Come dream with me tonight. Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends? I really enjoy talking to people. I would like you to meet some of my other friends, too. We're going to have lots of good times together. Now, listen to this sound. That sound reminds you to open the book to page 1. Each time you hear that sound again, you turn a page, okay? There's Grubby. He's been a good friend of mine for a long time. Say hello to our new friends, Grubby.
Oh, hi there. How are you?
Hey, Grubby. Do you remember this song?
Yeah, I sure do.
Your friend is what I'd like to be. Your friend, 'cause I like you. Do you like me?
My friend, I'd like for you to be. My friend, I'm nice to you, you're nice to me.
Friendship is a lovely word. It makes a lovely sound. Friends are people that you like and like to be around.
Your friend is what I'd like to be. Your friend, 'cause I like you. Do you like me?
Of course, Grubby. My friend, I'd like for you to be. My friend, that's you, my friend. I'm nice to you, you're nice to me.
Friends are people that you help when they have things to do.
Friends are there to lend a hand when there are things that you must do. That's what friends are for.
Your friend
is
what I'd like to be.
Your friend, 'cause I like you. Do you like me?
My friend, I'd like for you to be.
My friend, I'm nice to you, you're nice to me.
Friends can make you smile when you are sort of feeling sad.
And friends will make you happy, and I'm real glad I have you for my friend. My friend. Remember, turn the page. Grubby and I have always wanted to go in search of new and wonderful things. Then one day, I found part of a medallion and an old treasure map. They had been in my family for a long time. The treasure was supposed to be hidden in the far-off land of Grundo. And so, Grubby and I left our homeland of Vilonia and set out on our great adventure. Let's go to far-off places and search for treasures bright. Grundo was a long way from Vilonia, and after walking for many days, it didn't seem like we had made much progress.
Teddy, my feet are getting sore. I must have stepped on every rock between Vilonia and here. You didn't tell me that adventure seeking would be this hard on my feet.
As you can see, Grubby does have a lot of feet to worry about. So we decided to camp there overnight. Grubby, are you sure those roots are edible?
Well, I don't know if they're edible or not, but they sure are good to eat. They're good raw, or fried, or baked. but you're about to have my specialty. Roasted root.
Roasted root?
Yeah, here, have one. Well, how do you like it?
Yeah,
aren't they good?
I'm afraid I didn't like those roots as much as Grubby did, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Teddy, do you miss home any?
Yes, I guess I do a little. But we've only been gone a few days.
Well, I know, but you're the first Iliop to leave Rolonia in a long time. And I thought you might be getting homesick.
It's true. Iliops aren't very adventurous. At least they haven't been for many generations. But somehow, I've always had this desire to go on a journey to Grundo. And I want to find out if this old map really leads to a treasure.
Yeah, you've been talking about that since we were little. Hey, you want some more roots?
No thank you. The next morning, Grubby's feet were better, and we continued on our journey. We hadn't gone very far before we came to some high, rocky cliffs. The only way through was a narrow ravine. We later found out that it was called Bounder Pass. We saw a sign.
Beware of bounders. What do you suppose that means?
I don't know, but there doesn't seem to be any other way to go.
Yep, you're right. Well, let's go.
We soon found out what bounders were. Look at that! Hopping mouths!
Yeah, and them mouths are full of teeth.
Whoa! They're going to catch us! Run faster, Grubby!
I'm trying.
That was the day we met Newton Gimmick. He was out on a walk, and he was picking up firewood. Look out! These things are after us! Run!
Oh, take that. Oh, my. Here. Treacherous little bounders.
As each bounder got close, Gimmick put a piece of firewood upright in its mouth, so they couldn't bite anymore. Soon the disabled bounders ran off. Thank you for saving us, sir.
I lose more firewood that way. How do you do? My name is Newton Gimmick. But you can call me Gimmick. Say, aren't you an Iliop?
Yes, I am. My name is Teddy Ruxpin. And this is my friend, Grubby. He's an octopede. We told Gimmick that we were on a journey to find a treasure. He said that one of his latest inventions might be very useful to us. Grubby and I were very interested. So we went to Gimmick's house. We didn't know it then, but one of the bounders ran up the steps of a tall tower that was nearby.
Don't bother me, LB. I've almost got it. Stop that. What is it you want? Oh, you've got that piece of wood stuck in your mouth again. All right, me.
Guess what?
It seems that someone named Tweeg lived in that tower. And LB, the leader of the Bounders, worked for Tweeg.
Guess what?
Be quiet. I'm sure I've got the right combination this time. Just think, to actually make gold out of buttermilk.
Gold out of buttermilk. Gold out of buttermilk. Tweed, the closest you've ever come to making gold is a buttermilk donut.
LB, how many times do I have to tell you? The name is Tweeg. Tweeg.
Hey, Tweez, Gimmick has visitors.
Listen, I thought I told you to be quiet. Gimmick has visitors?
Yup, 2 of them.
Oh, I knew that Gimmick was up to no good. I've always known he wanted to steal my formula.
Yeah, he's probably dying to make buttermilk donuts.
We found out that Tweeg really wants to get rich, but he doesn't care how he does it. and so he doesn't trust anyone else. Through his spyglass, Tweeg saw Gimmick, Grubby, and me sitting on Gimmick's front porch.
You're right, LB. There they are. They must be making plans to attack. LB, run down there and find out what they're saying.
Run down and find out what they're saying. Run down and find out what they're saying.
Meanwhile, Tweeg was loading his cannon.
Okay. This'll teach Gimmick a thing or two.
What was that? Nothing. It's just Tweeg firing his cannon at us.
At us?
Wow! Oh, don't worry. It's been going on ever since I moved here. It used to bother me, too, till I realized that he is, without a doubt, the world's worst shot.
The cannonball landed harmlessly a little ways away. There were other cannonballs, too, all around Gimmick's house.
As long as he's shooting at my house, it's probably the safest place in the valley to be.
Grubby and I really trusted Newton Gimmick. We told him about the journey we were on, and we showed him the old treasure map. This was with the map, but no one has ever been able to explain what it is.
Well, it looks like part of a medallion. It appears to be made of gold and a kind of crystal.
Yes, and there's writing on it.
The Spirit Treasure Ledge.
Sounds spooky to me.
Now, let's see. This is indeed an old map. It says here that the treasure is in the ancient, hard-to-find city, which lies high in the treacherous mountains. I've heard that they are impossible to climb, which brings me to why you were fortunate to have met me. Come with me.
We didn't know it then, but LB was sneaking about, listening to what we were saying.
The fact is, I'm something of an inventor.
Oh, yes, indeed. We discovered that Gimmick is a marvelous inventor.
Oh, I think marvelous inventor might be exaggerating. It would probably be sufficient to say, wonderful inventor.
We also discovered that Gimmick is modest.
Gentlemen, this is my latest invention. I call it an airship.
It looks like a boat.
Well, as a matter of fact, it did start out to be a boat, but then I realized I'm not very close to water.
No, you're not very close to water.
Yeah, it would be kind of good for a boat to be close to water.
Precisely. That was my exact conclusion. But then the idea hit me. If a boat could float on water, it could also float on air. If the air is hot, that is.
Gimmick explained that he had constructed the airship out of special wood and metals that were very lightweight. So, by pumping hot air into a giant airbag under the ship, the hot air would rise and cause the ship to lift right off the ground.
With this airship, we can fly as high and as free as a bird. We can fly right over the treacherous mountains to the hard-to-find city.
That's wonderful. You are more than welcome to share the treasure, if we're lucky enough to find it, that is.
Yeah, there should be plenty of treasure.
All right, let's get underway. If you fellas can begin loading this firewood, I'll go inside and pack some provisions.
All right. As Gimmick walked up to his house, he was still carrying the rolled-up map. Suddenly, LB jumped out at him.
Horrid little rounders!
Without thinking, Gimmick stuck the map into LB's mouth, just the way he had driven off the other bounders using firewood. Gimmick didn't realize what he had done. LB took the map to Tweeg.
Look at you. That's twice in one day you've had that log in your mouth. Can't you do anything right?
can't I do anything right? I ought to take that treasure map somewhere else.
Treasure map? What treasure map, huh?
The one you're holding in your hand, Twing.
Tweeg got really excited. He wanted to get the treasure, but LB told him that Gimmick, Grubby, and I were going after the treasure in the airship. So, Tweeg had an idea.
Did you put my gold samples and formulae in the safe place?
It's all taken care of.
Is the wagon loaded?
That's all taken care of, too.
Now sneak back to Gimmicks with this phony map.
Oh, all right, please.
Keep the fire hot, Grubby.
Okay, Gimmick.
Gimmick, do we have all the supplies?
Yes.
Where's the map?
Oh, let me see. Now, where did I put that map?
I don't see it here anywhere.
Well, I'll go and check in the house.
LB snuck back to Gimmick's house and left the phony map that Tweeg had made.
Here's the map. Yes. I found the map.
Good. Here, I'll put it with the rest of the supplies.
Say, Gimmick, something about the design of this airship doesn't seem quite right.
Oh, don't worry, my boy. It's working just like I expected.
As the airbag filled with hot air, the ship began to lift off the ground.
Teddy, something just doesn't seem quite right.
The ship lifted off the ground, and Newton Gimmick was delighted with his new invention. But somehow, something still didn't seem quite right. Do you know what it was?
Teddy, something just doesn't seem quite right. And I think I know what it is. Whoa.
We're tipping over! We're tipping over! Look out, Grubby! The airship had turned upside down and crashed.
Apparently, something wasn't quite right.
Oh, really? Maybe it was the hot airbag trying to get out from under the ship?
Yes, Grubby. That may be it.
What Grubby said was correct. By any chance, did you expect what would happen? We discovered that the hot air should pull the ship up into the sky, not push it, which meant that the ship would have to be suspended by ropes from the airbag.
Indeed, Teddy. And once we had done that, everything was all right.
And so, as the airship lifted off the ground, Grubby and I were happy to have met a new friend. We liked Newton Gimmick because he loved to discover new and wonderful things. And we looked forward to the many adventures that we would have. And if our dream's a good one, and if we see it through, then the wondrous dream we dream tonight someday just might come true. Hi there. Well, Grubby, Gimmick, and I were off in search of the treasure. The rest of our adventure is in 2 other story packages, Treasure Series 1 and Treasure Series 2. Treasure Series 1 tells the stories Captured by the Mudblops and Woolly and the Wizard. Treasure Series 2 tells the stories The Missing Princess and The Treasure. In the Captured by the Mudblops story, we were in for some new surprises. The airship was flying the way it should, but it was still having problems. And that's when we met Leota the Wood Sprite. Since Leota was really good at flying, she was able to help Gimmick fix the airship. So then, we said goodbye to Leota and flew away. But the surprises didn't end there. we were captured by the Mudblups. And that's when we met Prince Aaron, who had been searching for his kidnapped sister when the Mudblups captured him. How would we get away? In the Woolly and the Wizard story, we met another very big character, the enormous Woolly Whatsit. Woolly thought we should all go and talk to the wizard. The wizard thought he could help us go in the right direction to find the princess. In the Missing Princess story, we followed the wizard's directions, which led us to the treacherous mountains and the hard-to-find city. That's also where the treasure was supposed to be. Would we be able to free Princess Eruzia? And would we ever find the treasure? To find out these answers and to meet some of our new friends, look for Treasure Series 1 and Treasure Series 2. Thank you, and goodbye.